matter. We've got Charan Singh Sapra joining us, spokesperson, working president of Mumbai Congress. We have with us Aashutosh Srivastava, advocate Supreme Court, supports the BJP. In this case, we'll take the NCB point of view. And we also have Sanjay Hegde joining us shortly. Let me go to Charan Singh Sapra first. Mr. Sapra, what exactly is this entire confusion about? Who's to be believed? This one witness who was said to be the key person to be banged upon in this entire seizure that took place and this entire raid that took place. There are doubts on that one key witness now.
So this case has taken a very serious turn. The way Mr. Prabhakar Sel has given everything in writing, and today he has also gone to the crime branch. I feel a thorough investigation should be done, and probably the way it is coming out that Mr. KP Gosavi had links with Samir Wankhede. I feel Samir Wankhede should be interrogated. He should be asked that what was his relation with Gosavi, because we have seen videos that Gosavi was with Aryan Khan. He was there in the NCB office. Videos have come out that he is asking Aryan Khan to speak to somebody on the phone, and this witness number one has also said that there was a talk of transaction of around 25 crores. Out of which they want to settle in 18 crores and 8 crores were to be given to Samir Wankhede. So this has taken a serious turn. Proper investigation needs to be done. I feel the Mumbai police or the Maharashtra police should form a SIT into this and take the investigation ahead. If NCB is not, I don't think so that NCB authorities, if they are going in for a departmental inquiry, how far the departmental inquiry will be valid, because the same department will be conducting an inquiry. I feel there should be an independent agency who should do proper inquiry.
And do you think in the meantime Mr. Wankhede is fit enough to carry on with the investigation? Alright, let me take that question to Mr. Sanjay Hegde now, just to get a legal perspective here. Mr. Hegde, lots of confusion, legality, but can we just first get to these pictures, what we have right now, of this Mr. Gosavi, who's constantly seen in videos and selfies with Aryan Khan. Does it often happen for somebody who's just trying to understand the functioning of the NCB? Does it often happen that a private detective would be hired by the NCB, would then become the prime witness and would have unlimited access like this to somebody who's an accused?
It would not happen in any police investigation. Normally, police investigators would also like to keep the privacy of the independent witnesses. They would not put it out on social media and things like that. So, for fear that the witnesses could be won over. Here was Mr. Gosavi, who is not only talking to the accused. He is videographing himself with them. He is putting out his photographs on social media. Now there is one question which not many people seem to be asking. That is, where is Mr. Gosavi today? Has he fled the country? Is he still around? Or you see, I don't want to unnecessarily speculate. But you do remember that in the Antilla case, where there was a bomb supposedly planted near it, one of the people involved in the transaction then had a rather horrible death. So please, the first thing that has to be ensured is where is Mr. Is he available for further
Gosavi was talking to a couple of news channels just a few moments ago. We've been dialing him and he's not picking up a phone. So that's what we know, Mr. Hegde, of him so far.
Okay, so he is around. May God give him a long life. The thing is that this is not a normal investigation done in the normal manner. That was evident right from the beginning of the story unfolded. But now this has got more and more curious, and it is. If a scriptwriter wrote this for some movie, it would have been dismissed as being unrealistic. But truth is often much stranger than fiction.
Okay, Mr. Hegde, the second legal question I have for you is, if NCB was basing all their seizures, their tips and all of that on this one witness who now seems to have a very dubious record, whose bodyguard is coming out and saying that there was a exchange of money, Mr. Wankhede was involved as well, where does this leave NCB's case legally? The court hearing this case, how would they see this witness? How would they see any of the investigation they've done so far?
When the matter goes to trial, I doubt that this witness will stand up or will survive a good cross-examination. If this witness's testimony, if all these facts are true, will not be given any credence by the court. But the trial stage is far into the future. Right now there is a question of bail. Of course, at the bail stage, an overall prima facie view may need to be taken for the purposes of the judge's satisfaction under 37 of the NDPS. That prima facie knowing there appears to have been, the man appears to be innocent. So it will be relevant insofar as that determination goes.
Right.
I do think that this will only strengthen the case for bail.
I see. All right, Mr. Hegde, stay on with us. We also have Aashutosh Srivastava with us. Ashutosh, how will the NCB now even go to court and make a case for bail or anything else right now? They were basing it all on this one man who seemed to have a very, very, very questionable record, being seen with pictures and videos all over the place. Now, on record, so it's a battle of witnesses in a way. You've got Gosavi and you've got another gentleman who's Prabhakar, who's his bodyguard, saying, well, you can't believe him because he was exchanging money to say whatever he said.
Absolutely. See, I think this is a very serious allegation that a witness is putting across the investigating agency, and I think what is the relevant the evidences supporting his statement that has to be ascertained. And if he says that they were meeting at a particular place, then obviously the CDR, the call detailed records of all these people and the mobile location of all these people can be ascertained whether they really were at one place when the meeting was taking place. All these minute details should be taken, and there has to be a very fair investigation in this matter. And as my learned friend previously also said, that even if any independent agency is required to further investigate and find out the truth, that should be allowed, because the truth has to prevail in the legal system. And when these kind of serious allegations are put across during this crucial investigation which is going on, it obviously raises a lot of questions in the eyes of people who would be waiting for the justice to be meted out, whatever it goes, in whichever direction it goes, but the justice has to come out. Right. So I personally feel that there has to be...
Just want to figure out, what do you think is the credential of Mr. Wankhede now to carry on with this investigation?
See, that's what I said. If there is a prima facie evidence, just because a witness is saying, but if he is saying, what is the supportive evidence of his statement? As I said, whether any mobile call records or the locations, or if any prima facie evidence is found, then obviously I feel there will be a question mark to the investigating agency. But if nothing comes out, and if it is proved that the witness, whatever he has said or he has stated, is not at all corroborated with any sufficient evidence to his statement, then I think the way the investigation is going on should continue if there is no prima facie evidence against a particular officer, against whom such allegations have been made.
Who do you think will take that call?
That call has to be taken by the department, maybe some senior person in the department, or maybe some independent agency, because already a trial court is there which is hearing the matter, and I think even a trial court can put this across to a particular person or in the department to have a proper investigation, because that will not take a lot of time. So if any prima facie evidence is present, then obviously it has to be taken seriously. But If there is no prima facie evidence, nothing is found out even during the preliminary inquiry, obviously it should continue the way it is continuing.
We have Aashutosh saying that, well, the department should take a call. We've just got a statement from the NCB saying that Mr. Vankade's record is impeccable. That's the only one line sort of quote that has been given across to the media. Does that tell us on how this investigation will carry on now?
No, that can't be. They seem to be reacting to every particular disclosure on social media or otherwise. But obviously it is the credibility of the department, and when allegations of this nature are made, they would require a firm and free probe. The department may take whatever internal action it wants insofar as the officer is concerned. As far as the investigations go, if the officer has been found not to be following departmental policy or majorly deviant, then it would be for the department to take a call on the result of those investigations.
I see. Let me take a closing comment from our guest, Mr. Sapra, as well. Mr. Sapra, your thoughts on how this is going so far? And I keep coming back to the same question. Do you think the investigation can go on in this manner when there's been questions raised on witnesses on both sides? Whether it is Gosavi or whether it is Prabhakar, both witnesses are saying something and the entire case seems to be banged on only their versions.
That's why I said that there should be an independent inquiry, or SIT should be instituted into this to investigate the allegations which are now coming up through Mr. Prabhakar's cell. And I feel that the Mumbai and Maharashtra police is already probably working on it. And I feel even the central leadership, like this entire issue is in the media glare. The Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, should take cognizance of this, even the Prime Minister, because these are the charges of serious concern. They should take cognizance, and they should also, probably they can also guide the ED, not ED, the NCB on this, that how things are to be taken ahead. The whole nation is watching at this issue. There's a big question mark on the NCB.
I'm not sure what you mean by that. You want the Prime Minister to be guiding the ED on things? Isn't that the allegation you raise against him most of the times when there is a raid on any opposition party? Isn't that exactly what you accuse him of?
It is the responsibility of the Home Minister of the country, if there is such an issue on where there are question marks on the agencies. I feel the Home Minister needs to interfere in that. He needs to answer. He's answerable. In the political system, then after all, who's responsible?
Okay, I don't want to get lost in this technicality over here. That's not the issue we're discussing. I'll just have to wrap it up. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us with your perspective. We're going to slip into a quick break. Coming up on the other side, Amit Shah visited the forward areas in the Kwal border. We'll bring you the details there.